Hello, I'm Andy, President and CEO of Robotics International, and I'm here today to tell you a story about me and my search for eternal life. This is my office on the 88th floor of the Robotics International building. You think you see it, but it doesn't exist. I don't exist. Well, existence is merely an illusion, so they say. If I exist now, it's because you are thinking of me, and that's all. Cogito ergo sum. And I'll tell you the René Descartes walks into a bar joke later on. What the hell, I'll tell you now. René Descartes is having a pint at his local pub. The bartender sees that his glass is nearly empty and asks, "How about it? You want another?" Descartes says, "Je pense pas." I think not. And poof, he disappears. Hello, I'm Dirk, Andy's creator, and I don't need you for my existence. I'm made up of sulfur and phosphorus, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, iron, potassium, silicon, iodine, sodium, chlorine, and magnesium. I think that's all. Descartes was made up of the same elements. Andy is not. In the beginning, Andy's world was without form and void. Darkness moved upon the face of the deep. Dirk's hands came to the keyboard, and pixels appeared on screen, and ink was jetted onto paper, and Andy came into existence in the hearts and eyes and minds of his readers and viewers. If you want to embrace the notion that I really am an anatomically correct and fully functional android sitting here in my office somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, all you have to do is suspend disbelief, and here I am.
Cut. We want you to stroll to the window and gesture toward the Pacific Northwest when you say the line.
Ridley, you understand that you and the camera crew and this room and everything is all computer generated, right? We'll fix it in post.
Just have him go to the window, okay?
Spoiler alert, if you're here before the entire second season has launched, this is what's on deck. The newest novella, Andy Threshold, invites readers into the Andy series Season 2, where the corporation faces increasing threat from xenophobia, tribalism, and human insecurity. This is where I walk over to the whiteboard?
Yeah, but don't worry about it. We'll fix it in post.
RI's fictional nemesis, the HHS, the Holistic Humanist Society, aggressively promulgates lurid, false narratives intended to whip up fervor and passions to where the public demands that the legislature outlaw the code that makes Andys who they are, like pass laws to force its removal even from existing models, like me. Stay with me now. If their false narrative is the threat, then the most effective foil to that is true narrative. The challenge in my fictional world, and I suspect that challenge in what Dirk calls the real world, is what's the source of a large volume of true stories? Some of you may recall that there was a television show in the late 1950s called The Millionaire. An eccentric, wealthy man, John Beresford Tipton, dabbled in studying the impact of sudden, serendipitous wealth on the lives of ordinary people. The series repeated that story 206 times. I don't have 200 iterations of stories built on the prompt, what happens in a person's life when they are gifted an Andy or an Adrienne model for 6 months? Maybe it takes teamwork. Maybe it takes a village. Maybe it takes Robotics International Archive, where story ideas are shared, vetted, constructed, and then finally canonized. I'll be active in the near future, but I intend to have a diminishing role. Dirk told me that I might be asked to craft a few tales of my own, perhaps in first person from an Andy model's point of view. I really am fictional, but ChatGPT or Claude might stand in here in the roaring 20s. If being part of that undertaking lights your fire, welcome to the Robotics International Archive. The button to subscribe is just below.